Secret to all of these, I've been thinking about this,
Yep.
is making sure that you get your final answer in the form of this. If I say x is greater than 2, that's the same as x is greater than 2.
Yeah.
Those
Just
two are
backwards.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
The only thing is that it can be a little confusing if you say that this is 2 is less than x.
Yeah.
So when you read this for graphing, always start with the variable. In other words,
Okay.
even if it's written like this, say x is greater than 2. Because you
Yeah.
know on the number line that greater than goes to the right, less than goes to the left.
Yeah.
So as long as you avoid the confusion of that, you will not have any problem on these. You'll get every single one of them right.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool.
And there's
Okay.
nothing wrong with turning it around. In other words,
Yeah.
if the problem gives you this, you're certainly allowed to write that like that.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Cool.
All right, so let's look at number 9.
Okay. Okay. So first, what'd you do? Here, let me just write this
Now,
on the
why
bottom.
don't you read the second line for me?
The second
I'm
line.
going to have to turn my camera off here.
All right. It's p over 5
Okay.
plus 7 is less than 11.
So what's the next line?
Plus 7.
No, in other words, this is the problem. What I was trying to kind of avoid was having to write it over again. So the next line is what? In solving this inequality, what would the next line be? In other words, what's your first step going to be?
Oh, okay. So you'd subtract 7 from both sides.
Okay, so what's the next line read?
4. So it'd be p over 5 is greater than 4
Less than.
or less than. Wait. Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, I wrote it wrong. Okay. Less than 4 I meant.
Okay, what's the next line? And the next line?
So would it be 20? So would it be p is less than 20?
Okay, and how do we graph that?
So we would start at 20 with an open circle.
Okay.
And then you would go to the left.
You got it.
Cool. All right.
Let's do number 10. Read the second line on number 10.
All right, let me just write this down. Okay, so you would do 39 minus 9 on both sides, which is 30. And then it would be 30 is greater than and equal to negative 10n.
Less than or equal?
Uh-huh.
You said greater than?
I said 30 is less than and equal to negative 10n.
Okay.
Oh, whoops, here. And then you would divide that. So it would be 30 divided by 3. Okay, so it'd be 10 is less than and equal to
Okay, remember we're trying to solve for n, not 10. So we're trying to get rid of the 10, the minus 10 coefficient. So how do I do that?
30 divided by 10. Oh, so it'd be wait, let me see here.
So we're going to do this. We're going to divide.
Negative 3 is less than.
Divide by both sides by negative 10.
Yeah. So it'd be negative 3 is less than and equal to n.
Except now you have to reverse it.
Oh, because it's okay.
Because we divided by a negative.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So now rewrite this for me, only get the n on the left.
So would it be n is greater than and equal to -3? Or less than and equal to -3?
Remember that this thing has to always point to the n, even if I switch it around.
Okay.
So the arrow, the vertex of this greater than sign or less than sign, has to be pointing at the n, regardless of whether I have it written
Okay.
this way or this way.
Okay.
And now that we have it written this way, it's really easy to do the graphing part.
Yeah. So would it be a closed circle on -3 going left?
Correct.
Cool.
Okay, number 11. Give me the second line.
Okay. So first you would do 9 minus 9, which is 0. So it would be so would it be just P
What's
is
next? Well, hold on. What's next? You subtracted 9 from both sides. So
yeah.
you got 0, and now what?
You divide that by -3, which is 0.
What goes after the 0 is what I'm trying to get at.
So 0 is less than -3p.
Okay.
Okay.
Now what?
Alright. So you would do, when you divide it,
Okay.
so, which would be,
And
yeah.
I'm dividing by a negative, so I have to switch the direction of the sign. So now what do you have?
So now would you have,
What's this on the left?
here, let me see. Okay, so it'd be 0 is, so you have to switch this. 0 is greater than p.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now turn it around.
Okay, so p is less than 0.
Now you're done. Now you're ready to graph it.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and then it would go open circle going left again?
Starting at 0, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Cool.
Do number 12. Give me, let's see if I got the first line on 12. 3 minus 8x greater than or equal to 19. Okay.
Okay. So first you would do 19 minus 3.
Read the second line for me.
Okay. So it would be, so let me see here. 8x is greater than and equal to 16.
We can't ignore this negative sign.
No.
In other words, you subtracted 3 from both sides, right?
Yeah.
What was left behind was a negative.
Negative. Yeah.
Is greater than or equal to what?
Okay, so 16.
Okay, next line.
Alright, now you would divide it. So 16 divided by -8 is -2. Then you have to switch the sign around.
Okay.
So it would be -2 is less than and equal to
Hold on.
x.
What's on the left side of this thing after we divide both sides by -8?
-2.
No.
Wait.
-2 is on the right side.
Oh, yeah. So it'd be, yeah, opposite. So it'd be x is less than -2.
There you go.
Okay.
How do we graph that?
Okay, so you would start on -2 with a closed circle and then going left.
Okay. Once you get it into this format, you're perfect.
Okay, cool.
So if you can do that, just try to get it into this format and you won't miss a single one of these.
Okay, cool.
Let's see, number 13.
Yeah. So 10 is greater than and equal to 6 plus r over 5.
Is that a plus? Okay, I couldn't quite read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's alright. Okay. So you would do 10 minus 6,
What's the second line?
which is 4. So it'd be 4 is greater than and equal to r over 5. And then it would be 20. So it'd be 20 is greater than and equal to r.
And then the last line.
Okay. And then it'd be r is greater than 20.
Okay, remember this always has to point towards the R.
Oh, okay, yeah. So r is less than 20, my bad.
Remember basically that whenever you switch these around, in other words, whenever you go from there to there, you're going to need to switch the arrow
Okay.
also.
Okay.
Okay?
So,
But
okay.
the real way to remember it is that that needs to point towards the R when you're done.
Yeah.
It does there.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
We got next. We got minus 6 plus n over 18 is greater than minus 5. Okay, next line.
Okay. Wait, let me see here. Plus 5. So it'd be negative 1
Okay, hold on.
is
Instead of adding 5 to both sides,
yeah.
we already have n, the variable, on the left side.
Yeah.
We want all of our numbers on the right side.
Okay.
In other words, moving the negative 5 to the left, we're then going to have a number and a variable on the left, and we're going to have to move that number over to the right. So let's save ourselves a step and move the negative 6 to the right to begin with.
Okay. So
Now what do you have as the next line if you go that route?
here, let me see.
There's nothing wrong with what you did.
Yeah.
Just as a wasted step.
Okay, so would it be n is
Well,
greater?
give me each step. What's the next line? N over 18
Yeah, n over 18.
is what?
Let me see here. So n over 18 is greater than negative 1.
What do we have to do to both sides of this equation?
You
We'll
add 6 to
add
both
6.
sides.
So when I have a minus 5 and I add 6.
Oh, positive 1. My bad, yeah.
Okay.
So, okay.
And the last line?
Then it would be n is greater than 18.
All right.
Cool.
So the
So
only thing you have to remember is if you get an answer that says 18 is less than n, make sure you get that to where the variable is on the left. Switch it around.
Okay.
And when you switch it around, you have to change that sign.
Yeah.
Because as long as you can get to this answer, you're going to get the graph right every single time.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right. So 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so first you would do negative 6 minus 6,
Okay.
which is negative 12, divided by 2, negative 2.
Hold on. Finish the second line.
Oh, okay, so it'd be negative 12 is greater than and equal to 2n.
No, you can't drop that negative sign.
So, yeah, negative 2n.
In other words, the first step was subtracting 6 from both sides.
Yeah.
Well, when we subtracted 6 from the right side, it didn't leave 2 in. It left negative 2 in.
Okay.
Okay? You can't drop that negative sign. Okay, now what next?
So it would be now 6 is greater than and equal to n.
Got to reverse the sign.
Oh, so less than and equal to.
You see why you have to reverse it?
Yeah, because you're dividing by negatives.
Dividing by a negative 2, both sides of that inequality. The moment we do that, we should reverse the sign.
Yeah.
This is still positive 6 over on the left side. Okay, and now what's the final step here?
N is greater than and equal to negative 6.
Not negative.
Or positive 6, my bad.
Okay.
So, okay. So you would start at 6 with n closed, and then go right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, 16.
Alright, so...
Dad said you might have to leave early. That's fine.
Yeah, about, yeah. So, negative 36 is greater than or equal to 9b plus 9.
Okay.
Alright. So first you do negative 36 minus 9,
Okay.
which would be plus negative, so it'd be negative 46, negative 45, my bad.
Okay, that's all right. I was going to write 45 anyway.
Alright.
Is greater than or equal to?
9b.
Right. Now notice this time there was no negative sign in front of the 9.
Yeah.
Okay. And now what?
9 divided by negative 40, or negative 45 divided by 9.
What's the next
is,
one? No.
So it'd be negative 5 is less than
No, we didn't divide by a negative.
negative 45 divided by 9.
We're dividing both sides by a positive 9, so we do not switch the sign.
Oh, I get, okay, yeah. So negative 5 is greater than and equal to b.
And then the last line?
B is less than and equal to negative 5.
Right.
Okay.
In other words, when you do that last line, you really only you switch the sides and switch the sign. You don't switch any signs or anything.
Yeah.
Switch the sides and then switch the sign. I'm sorry. You switch the sides, then you switch the direction of the inequality sign.
Mm-hmm.
Do not change the signs of any of the things.
Okay. And then it'd be a closed circle at negative 5 going left.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. This last one is 3. Can you help me read that?
Yeah, so 3 plus v over 2 is greater than 7.
Okay. Next line.
Okay, so we 3 minus 7.
Okay, now again, we want to get our numbers on one side and our variables on the other.
Oh, okay, so it'd be 7 minus 3,
Okay.
which is 4. So now it would be v over 2 is greater than 4. And now it would be v is greater than 8.
Okay.
So we'd started at 8, and then we would go right.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, you're not going to miss any of these as long as you can solve these inequalities.
Yeah.
Graphing part's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Once you get it to where the variable's on the left.
Yeah.
Okay. This one?
Okay. So 7 minus 8.
Okay, what's the next line?
Which is, now it'd be x over 6 is less than 1. Or negative 1, my bad.
Remember that if you ever subtract a bigger number from a smaller number,
Yeah.
it has to be negative.
Okay.
If you subtract a smaller number from a bigger number, it has to be positive.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
So now we would do 6 times -1, which is -6. So it'd be x is less than -6.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So that takes care of this page. Let's see what else we got here.
And that's actually it.
Oh, this was the same page, yeah.
Yeah.
Got that twice, okay. And this one you've done? Do we need to look at any of these?
Yeah,
Have a brief look.
we could. Yeah.
I'll just look at them. Number 1, is that a less than or equal to sign in the problem? Okay.
Yeah.
So you got number 1 correct.
Cool.
Number 2. What is that negative sign up above the 14? It's supposed to be a plus a -14?
Yeah.
Is greater than or equal to -3. That's the same as a minus 14, okay?
Cool.
So a is greater than 11. -3 plus 14.
Did I say 11? Oh, I meant,
Well,
yeah, I meant...
You wrote 12, but then you drew
Yeah.
the picture as 11. So
Yeah, I meant to put that...
You got
Yeah.
the class right, but the number...
Yeah.
I got to think she would take points away. Maybe not. Okay.
Yeah, I meant to put 11 there.
Okay, let me have a look at this one. We got B is less than or equal to -108. Okay, looks like you got that one right.
Cool.
Here we got 144 is greater than V. And so if we switch that around, in other words, I can tell that your teacher is not having you do that last step.
No.
It's not absolutely necessary to do, but...
It's easier to do.
Well, once you do it, you can't get it wrong.
Yeah.
It's real easy to get confused when you have it like this.
Yeah.
So what is this final thing should say?
V is less than 144.
Okay, and now we know to start on 144 and go left.
Yeah.
And it looked like you got a little confused there. Because it was written like this.
Yeah.
Try not to ever write it like that. Okay?
Okay. All right.
Okay, so this one you get... okay, this is the one where you want to subtract 15 from both sides. Not add 5 to both sides.
Oh.
If you add 5 to both sides, you end up with 0 is greater than x plus 20.
Yeah.
Fine, but then you have to move the 20 to the other side.
Okay.
Which you did, but do you see where it's more efficient to move the 15 over first?
Yeah, I see now.
It saves a step, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It saves exactly one step.
Yeah.
You got to this, but now turn it around.
So x is less than -20?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
You graphed it properly.
Okay.
Okay, 23 is greater than x plus 6. Okay, this one is correct. You subtracted 6 from both sides. That's the most efficient. So now we have 17 is greater than or equal to x, which means x is greater than or equal to 7. I mean, x is less than or equal to 17.
Okay.
You graphed it properly.
Okay.
Okay, this one here, you got, that's a -7 plus a over 2 is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, and then you move the -7 to the other side, although you've written that incorrectly there. You've subtracted 0.
Oh, well.
You kind of went the other way. In other words, you made the same mistake here that you did in number 5. You want to move 0 you don't want to subtract 0 from both sides. You want to add 7 to both sides.
Yeah.
And then you get a over 2 is greater than or equal to 7, which means a is greater than or equal to 14. So you've got this backwards here.
Okay.
In other words, the a stays on the left.
Yeah.
I'm adding 7 to both sides, so I've got a positive 7 on the right.
Uh-huh.
Multiply both sides by 2, I get a is greater than or equal to 14.
Okay.
Which is the reverse of this.
Okay, yeah,
In
so
this
the line...
case, you need to switch the two terms and leave the direction of the inequality sign.
Okay, so this time it'd go to the right?
It will go to the right, exactly.
Okay, now I get it.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, all of the problems that you have on this page will be resolved if you always put the a on the left.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright.
Although that one wouldn't have quite been resolved.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here we have, again, you're moving the wrong number.
Yeah.
What should our first step have been on number 8?
5 minus 7.
Okay. So now we have k over 4 is less than minus 2.
Yeah.
So k is less than minus 8. Okay, you got that right. Also, yep, okay.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
All right, so
All right.
should we just do a half-hour session? Are you good?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah?
That is it.
I think
All right.
you use that technique every time,
Yeah.
you'll be in good shape.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
All right, Dylan.
All right, cool.
You have a good one, and I'll talk to you next time, whenever that is.
You too. All right, talk to you next time.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.